In the following days, the story travelled beyond the Beltway. In Nevada, local communities near the historic testing grounds expressed concern about safety and transparency. Tribal leaders, environmental groups and veterans of past test-era cleanup campaigns called for open hearings and environmental assessments before any new activities proceed. The Department of Energy promised full compliance with environmental law and said any experiments would occur hundreds of meters underground in reinforced chambers. Meanwhile, in Geneva, disarmament diplomats convened emergency consultations. The chair of the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization, Robert Floyd, said he expected clarifications from Washington. European allies urged restraint, fearing that Russia could use the move as a pretext to restart its own testing. Within hours, the Kremlin announced that its forces had conducted a non-nuclear demonstration of strategic readiness, a phrase analysts interpreted as a thinly veiled warning. At home, the American public reacted with a mix of unease and pragmatism. Polls conducted by the Pew Research Center showed that while a majority of Americans still oppose nuclear testing in principle, support rises significantly when the question includes ensuring the safety and reliability of existing weapons. It was a reminder that fear and security often coexist in uneasy balance. As the debate intensified, historians drew parallels to earlier moments when nuclear policy stood at a crossroads: 1949, when the Soviets tested their first atomic bomb; 1963, when the Limited Test Ban Treaty sought to halt atmospheric tests; 1992, when President George H.W. Bush declared a moratorium on testing. Each decision reflected a mix of science, politics, and existential anxiety. Today's announcement, they said, was no different. Throughout it all, Vance maintained a steady tone, refusing to frame the move as escalation. Instead, he called it maintenance of deterrence. In interviews following his remarks, he repeated the same core message. America must be absolutely sure its arsenal works, because the credibility of its security commitments from NATO to the Pacific depends on it. His approach reflected a broader political evolution. Once known primarily for his cultural conservatism and populist rhetoric, Vance has increasingly positioned himself as a pragmatic security voice within the administration, someone willing to defend unpopular policies if he believes they serve national survival. Supporters see that as courage. Critics call it dangerous pragmatism. But regardless of interpretation, one fact is certain: his words have reignited a debate that had been dormant for nearly a generation. Nuclear testing, once thought to be a relic of the 20th century, is again a topic of 21st century policy discussion.